Rafael Nadal Parera was born on June 3, 1986, in the small town of Manacor, located on the Spanish island of Majorca. Raised in a family with a deep love for sports, Nadal's natural athleticism and competitive spirit were evident from a young age. His uncle, Tony Nadal, a former tennis player, played a crucial role in his development as a tennis player, introducing him to the sport when he was just 3 years old. By the time Nadal was 8, he was already winning regional tennis tournaments, and it was clear that his potential was limitless. In his early years, Nadal excelled in both tennis and football. However, his uncle Tony, who was also his coach, noticed his talent for tennis and encouraged him to focus solely on the sport. Nadal quickly became known for his powerful forehand, relentless work ethic, and fearless attitude on the court. As a teenager, he moved through the ranks of junior tennis, competing in international events and winning numerous titles. His breakthrough came at the age of 15 when he won his first ATP match in 2002, becoming the youngest player in the Open era to win a match at the prestigious French Open. The rise of a phenomenon, 2003-2007. Rafael Nadal made his professional debut on the ATP Tour in 2003, marking the beginning of what would become one of the most successful careers in tennis history. In 2004, Nadal captured his first ATP title in Sopot, Poland, and quickly followed it up with a series of impressive performances on clay, which would go on to define his career. Nadal's aggressive playing style, characterized by a blistering forehand, exceptional fitness, and a never-say-die attitude, made him a force to be reckoned with on the tennis circuit. 2005 was a defining year for Nadal as he first announced himself as a dominant force in world tennis. At just 19 years old, he won his first French Open title, defeating Argentine Mariano Puerta in the final. This victory made him the youngest player to win a Grand Slam title on the French Open's iconic red clay courts. His victory at Roland Garros was the first of many, as he would go on to dominate the French Open throughout his career. That same year, Nadal also won the prestigious Masters 1000 events in Monte Carlo, Rome, and Hamburg, solidifying his position as the best clay court player in the world. In 2006, Nadal's dominance on clay continued as he won his second consecutive French Open, defeating Roger Federer in the final. This victory further cemented his reputation as a rival to Federer, who had by then established himself as one of the greatest players of all time. Nadal's rivalry with Federer, coupled with his meteoric rise, became one of the most compelling narratives in modern tennis, and their epic encounters would go on to shape the history of the sport. 2007 was another significant year for Nadal, who reached the final of Wimbledon for the first time in his career, although he lost to Federer in a thrilling 5-set match. That year also marked the beginning of Nadal's versatility as a player, with success not only on clay but also on grass and hard courts. He ended the year ranked world number 2, a position he would soon challenge for and eventually claim. Career peak and historic achievements, 2008-2014. Nadal reached the pinnacle of his career in 2008, capturing his first Wimbledon title. In a match that is widely regarded as one of the greatest in tennis history, Nadal defeated Roger Federer in a rain-affected final that lasted over 4 hours. The match, which concluded in the evening under lights, was a true testament to Nadal's mental toughness and physical endurance. The victory at Wimbledon marked Nadal's first Grand Slam triumph on grass and showcased his ability to compete and win on all surfaces. In 2008, Nadal also became world number 1 for the first time in his career, a milestone that marked a new chapter in his legacy. That year, he added the Olympic gold medal in men's singles to his growing list of achievements, further establishing himself as the best player in the world. Nadal's relentless dominance on clay continued, and he won his 4th French Open title in 2008, further solidifying his reputation as the king of clay. The 2009 season saw Nadal face his first major injury setback, as he was forced to withdraw from Wimbledon due to knee issues. Despite this, Nadal returned to top form in 2010, winning his 5th French Open title and completing the career Grand Slam by capturing the U.S. Open for the first time in his career. His victory at the U.S. Open made him the 7th player in history to achieve this feat. Nadal's 2010 season was one of his most successful, as he completed the Rafa Slam by holding all 4 Grand Slam titles at the same time, becoming the first player since Rod Laver in 1969 to achieve such a remarkable feat. Throughout the 2010s, Nadal continued to dominate the French Open, claiming the title a record-breaking 13 times, including 4 consecutive wins between 2021 and 2014. His unparalleled success on the clay courts of Roland Garros became one of the greatest achievements in tennis history, with Nadal earning the nickname the King of Clay. Despite his continued dominance on clay, Nadal also found success on other surfaces. In 2012, he won his second Wimbledon title, defeating the unpredictable Czech player, Thomas Berdych, in the final. He also reached the final of the US Open several times in the 21-0s, proving that he could succeed across all surfaces. Injuries and a fight back to the top, 2015-2019. In 2015, Nadal's career was impacted by a series of injuries, including a persistent wrist issue and knee problems. These injuries kept him from his best form and contributed to a dip in his rankings. However, Nadal's resilience and determination were evident, as he continued to battle through setbacks and injuries. In 2016, Nadal experienced another disappointment at Wimbledon when he withdrew from the tournament due to a wrist injury. Despite this, Nadal made an inspiring comeback in 2017, reclaiming his position as world number 1 and winning his 10th French Open title, a remarkable achievement in the sport's history. Nadal continued to demonstrate his mental toughness and physical resilience in the following years, winning the 2017 US Open, where he defeated Kevin Anderson in straight sets in the final. The victory at Flushing Meadows gave Nadal his 16th Grand Slam title and further cemented his place among tennis's greatest legends. He continued to compete at a high level, winning multiple Masters 1000 events and returning to number 1 in the rankings on several occasions. In 2019, Nadal enjoyed another impressive season, winning his 18th Grand Slam title at the French Open, where he defeated Dominic Thiem in a thrilling final. Nadal's victory at Roland Garros further extended his dominance on clay, and he showed that, despite injuries and competition from younger players like Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer, he could still perform at the highest level. Final years and continuing legacy. 2020-present. As Nadal entered the 2020s, his career was defined by his longevity and relentless drive to remain at the top of the sport. Despite ongoing physical challenges and the emergence of younger players, Nadal continued to maintain a position at the forefront of tennis. In 2020, Nadal added his 13th French Open title to his resume, tying Federer and Djokovic with 20 Grand Slam singles titles, an incredible achievement that solidified his status as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Nadal's achievements in the later years of his career, while marked by more injury struggles, remain a testament to his incredible work ethic, adaptability, and unwavering competitive spirit. As of the mid-2020s, Nadal's legacy is indisputable. With 22 Grand Slam singles titles, a record 14 French Open titles, and numerous other accolades, Nadal's impact on the sport is unparalleled. His iconic rivalries with Federer and Djokovic, and his remarkable consistency across all surfaces, have contributed to one of the most thrilling eras in tennis history. Rafael Nadal's legacy is not only defined by his records and titles but also by his approach to the game. Known for his humility, sportsmanship, and respect for the sport, Nadal has become a beloved figure in tennis and beyond. Whether it was his inspiring comebacks from injuries, his dedication to training, or his fierce fighting spirit on court, Nadal's career is one of the most impressive and influential in the history of sport.